And we went to County Hall, we met the officers, we had a cup of tea, and we all started to get to know each other. So we would know each other in...
Lancashire's power shift, Stephen Atkinson's move that's shaking up UK politics. You may not have seen this coming. While Westminster battles over headlines and Downing Street spins the usual stories, something massive has just happened outside the London bubble in the heart of Lancashire. And no, it wasn't a protest. It wasn't a scandal. It was a move. A calculated, unexpected political maneuver. By none other than Stephen Atkinson. And trust me, this isn't just local drama. This is a shift that could ripple through national politics in ways no one predicted. Because what Atkinson just did, it's shaking the ground beneath the UK political map. Stephen Atkinson, Conservative leader of Ribble Valley Borough Council, has just made a bold and controversial realignment that sent shockwaves from the county councils all the way to Parliament. At a closed-door executive session earlier this week, Atkinson announced that Ribble Valley would be breaking away from the broader Lancashire combined authority strategy and instead pushing for devolution on their own terms. In plain terms, Atkinson is no longer playing along with the game the other councils and Westminster were trying to force on Lancashire. And he's got a plan. He's calling for a Lancashire Model 2.01 that's locally led, independently funded, and free from what he called the bureaucratic drag of Whitehall diktats. His words, not mine. This isn't just some council leader going rogue. This is part of a growing trend regions fighting back against central control. Atkinson's move challenges the government's levelling up agenda and signals that the patience of local leaders is running out. Remember when Greater Manchester and Andy Burnham flexed their independence during the COVID era? Or when Liverpool refused to follow London's economic roadmap? Lancashire, traditionally a Conservative stronghold, is now entering that same space. But here's the twist. It's being led by a Tory. That's what makes this so explosive. Stephen Atkinson isn't defecting. He's not resigning. He's redefining what Conservative leadership means in 2025. Let's hear some of Atkinson's own words from that now public press statement. Our people didn't vote for red tape. They didn't vote for distant departments telling us where the money goes. We're not here to rubber stamp agendas, we're here to shape our own future. He went on. This isn't about defiance. This is about delivery. Real, measurable, tangible delivery for the people who elected us. The reaction? Immediate. Divisive. Emotional. Some fellow councillors praised the move as long overdue. One Ribble Valley resident posted, "Finally someone with the guts to put Lancashire first, not London." But others weren't so thrilled. A senior Labour figure from Preston slammed the decision as dangerously short-sighted, claiming Atkinson was playing politics with infrastructure. And a Liberal Democrat source suggested that Atkinson is angling for a bigger job, possibly a parliamentary seat, and using this as his platform. Is that true? Maybe. But if it is, it's working. There's no denying Atkinson is gambling. His move means Ribble Valley could lose access to certain regional funding streams and potentially strain relationships with nearby councils. Already, rumors are flying about withheld cooperation on transport plans and joint housing projects. But Atkinson seems undeterred. When asked if he was concerned about the consequences, he replied, "We'll build partnerships where they work. We won't beg for approval from people who don't even know our streets." That line is already trending. Sources inside Lancashire County Council are reportedly deeply unsettled by the move. One senior official, speaking anonymously, told a regional journalist, "If Ribble Valley pulls this off and gets more autonomy, every other council in the region will start asking the same question. Why not us?" And that's exactly what central government fears. Because if Atkinson succeeds, this could become the blueprint for a new wave of local independence, not from the UK, but from central government micromanagement. Atkinson is now pushing for a local referendum asking Ribble Valley residents if they support a standalone devolution framework for the district. And early polling suggests he may have the public on his side. A local radio station held a flash poll on Thursday. 67% of respondents backed Atkinson's position. Meanwhile, Westminster is said to be monitoring the situation with concern. There are already whispers of Department for Levelling Up officials being dispatched for quiet talks. But Atkinson, He's doubling down with new proposals for a locally managed transport agency and a housing initiative that bypasses national regulation in favor of community-first zoning. Stephen Atkinson isn't just trying to fix potholes or speed up planning permissions. He's lighting a match beneath a system that many believe has failed to deliver real change for local communities. If his gamble works, if Ribble Valley thrives under this new vision, expect copycat movements from Cornwall to Cumbria. Expect more councillors to stop waiting for Westminster. And expect a fight, a political one, over who really controls the future of Britain's towns and regions. This wasn't just a bold move. This was a challenge. A challenge to a political system that's been top-down for too long. A challenge to the idea that regions should wait their turn. A challenge to every council leader still afraid to speak up. So the question now is, will Westminster push back? Or will Atkinson's gamble become the new national strategy? Because if Lancashire's power really is shifting, then this isn't just local news. This could be the beginning of a political revolution.